they'll lynch you. But he did, and he laughs.
Yes, everybody, Russ and the West Ham Network. Hope you are all safe and well. If you're new around here, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe. All that stuff. Happy Friday. Another week has passed. Congratulations, everybody. We've done another week. Well, almost done another week. Hope you are all safe and well. As I said, if you're new around here, where the hell have you been? You've missed out on a hell of a lot. A hell of a lot. A hell of a lot. Can I just revert your eyes back to last night? Last night we had Deadly Don Hutchinson doing a My Hammers 11. Check it out. It is possibly one of my favourite interviews of all time. It was so candid, it was so honest, it was so insightful, I thought, and he genuinely had a fantastic time. So much so that he's coming back to do a part 2. He literally said, and you'll see if you watch the show, he texted me literally during, just as soon as I kicked him out, to say he had such a great time. We're getting him back on to do a second part where you can just, they call it an AMA, Ask Me Anything type thing. We'll do an AMA, I think, with Don Hutchinson. Yeah, to some extent. What else we got coming up tonight? We've got Irish Tommy. His late show with Irish Tommy is on tonight. The topic or subject, wonder it's going to be David Moyes. Give him time or chuck him out. So it'll be interesting to get Tommy's views as well as your views as well. Over the weekend, we'll have Harry doing a show as well. And we've got in homage to Deadly Don and Mark Noble's news as well in terms of sporting directors, we put together a little video looking at players who are what I call boomerang players. They go away, but they come back. So we put an 11 together of players who have gone and signed for West Ham. So basically 11 players who have signed for West Ham twice. So yeah, bit of fun. But anyway, today is Have Your Say Friday, where basically we open up the chat. You can come on, you can chat, all that good stuff about anything you want to talk about in terms of West Ham. We've got lots to talk about this week. We've got David Moyes. We've got the international breaks. We've got Mark Noble becoming our new sporting director. We've got, what else? We've got the international. As I said, we've got the potential, COVID outbreak in the German camp. We've got some rumours, some new rumours are starting already. There'll be Hammers headlines tonight. We've got the whole Betway stuff as well. So loads of stuff. Let's see what we've got in the chat quick. We've got Peter, good afternoon. It's me, I'm hosting today. It tends to happen. So, Monday, Thursday, Friday is me, 99% of the time, and then Tuesdays, Wednesdays tend to be Anton in terms of the daily shows. Phil's in the chat. Funny enough, I was showing some like Happy Hammerette and stuff, a picture of you and me on the Uber boats a while ago. Literally today, international breaks were a waste of time. They're not what they used to be. Happy Hammerette's here as well. Nice to see you. Usually 80s breaks, but it feels like a bit like a breather. I get that totally. But I just want things to start moving now. Do you know what I mean? We could do with a break, to be fair, before the big one at the end of the year. October's going to be manic. Indeed, great show last night. Great stories of Don getting back ASAP. He'll be back in a few weeks' time. Next week, we've got another ex-Hammer, hopefully lined up. He only played two times for the club, whereas Deadly Don played 110 appearances. But we got him next week. But he's got a really interesting job now in football, so that's what I want to talk to him as well about. And then next week, the week after next, the first week in October, we've got a really cool celebrity fan who I think you guys will really dig and really, he's a lovely guy as well. And it's my birthday on Sunday. There we go. Jan, hope you're well. Afternoon, folks. Hope you're well. I hope Skabaka scores a brace. Yep, I'm English. I totally agree. You say that every time, Russ. I know, but this genuinely was, man. It genuinely was. I enjoyed the interview. Good. He spoke so well and honest. He did. Really interesting in terms of talking about wages and stuff like that, and how little he was on at Everton despite being like the captain. Crazy, absolutely crazy. Thank you, Ian. Best one, good to see. Great show indeed. Toby's in the house. Budgie's here as well. Great show with a hutch and not a rabbit in sights. Indeed. Afternoon, Matt. Hope you're well. Can't see Bo making the pitch. Could have 4 players on the pitch. could have just under a fifth if Bowen's on and Rice is on and Skamaka's on and Emerson's on this afternoon or other. Those were the days I was on the boats with the old Zlatan. Oh, it was. Where's the picture? I had it. I'll bring it up. I'll put it up. The picture. Where has it gone? Let's upload it. Unless I deleted it out of my when my computer wants to work. There we go. Where is it? Where's my picture of me and Phil? Yeah, back in the day, there was that. Look at that. Back in the day, the old, yeah, exactly, Zlatan here. What the hell was on that? Big game today, England, Italy, Qatar, Canada, Qatar. There we go. Yep, 60 indeed. Cheeky bugger. Thank you very much. Afternoon, Lukey. Hope you're well. I hope Rice doesn't clatter Skarmaka. Really looking forward to the Italy and Germany games. Indeed. I do. Well remembered. Last year being my 40th. And the way it usually works is the next year you had one. So yeah, 41. 41 and never been kissed. Unbelievable. Well, apart from Happy Hammerette on the cheek. Good afternoon, Gatesy. Actually managed to sink my lunch break with Russ for a change. Really sorry I missed Don yesterday. Well, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. As I said to you, Gatesy, he's coming back on to do a second stint. He loved it so much. He had such a nice time. And his 11 was a not bad 11. It weren't a bad 11, I'll be honest. He had... have I still got it somewhere? Yeah, let me show it. Just as a spoiler alert for those of you who haven't seen it. Right, where is it? Share my screen. Oh, we're interactive today, guys. We're interactive today. There we go. And considering, what's interesting about Hutch is he played in two sort of different eras. Some players transcended both, like Monks. But for me, he had that sort of early 90s period with the likes of Ludo and Tim Breaker and Martin Allen towards the end of his career. Some great stories, mate. Oh, it's brilliant. And then the likes of Bishop, Moncur, and then he goes and comes back and he has like the likes of Carrick and Defoe and Di Canio and Canute. And so two very different groups, but also two different very managers as well. He had Harry, and then he had Glenn Roden. It's really interesting when he was talking about game preparation, and basically under Harry it was like pretty much exactly the same every week, maybe a little tinker in terms of the team talks, but under Glenn it was very much understanding the opposition, so rather understanding more about them rather than just playing how we usually play type thing. So fascinating, absolutely fascinating, and really interesting to hear about his moan-ups with Harry about the way he played and how he wasn't. Harry wanted him to be like John Moncur, and he's like, I'm not like John Moncur, and Tony Cotty would want me to be like John Moncur, and crazy. And on Everton, he was on $6,000 a week being the captain, where likes of Kevin Campbell and stuff were on 28, 30 grand a week. Honestly, I spoke to Anton afterwards, and Anton came and asked a question about being Scottish and living in England, because obviously Anton's reverse, and it just gave so much information, so much insight. It was absolutely brilliant. So please go and check it out. And as I said, that is coming back. It'll be back on in a few weeks' time. Maybe towards the end of October. We've got a lot on at the moment in October, to be honest. Handsome pairing. So, Gatesy, thank you. It's on Sunday. Same age as me. My birthday was a week ago today. Very good, Matt. Very good. Hi, Lee. Hope you well. Don't worry about Rice tackling and injuring anyone. He hasn't put in a hard tackle this season. Whoa! Someone's so old around here. I'm talking to you. Looking in the mirror, love. I've not seen it yet either. There we go. How old are you? That is my generation grown-ups. Totally is Skip. Me too, mate. Me too. I mean, I started supporting him 92, 93. I think Don was either 93 or 94 season. It was either 93, 94, 94, 95 he joined. So, yeah, right in the pomp. Right in the pop of my... And some great players, indeed. Yeah, proper grafters. Could do a job, actually. And I mean, his midfield is like, you try losing the ball. You could have your Vieiras, your Petites. You ain't getting that ball off Carrick, Moncur and Bish in their pomp. Moncur used to get booked before he went on the pitch. I remember. There was famously the way the female linesman, wasn't he, when he was going like this. You couldn't do that anymore now. But yeah, everyone's talking to each other. Indeed, Darren, good evening to you, my friend. Hope you're well. Artel's here as well. As I said, we've got Tommy on tonight. Tommy doing the late show, talking about Moyes. So make sure you come on and have a chin wag with Tommy. It's the second show. The first one, obviously, last week, which went really well. And then obviously next week we'll have Gift for the Gab with Budgie and Kieran again. And we've got, and hopefully on Thursday next week we'll have an ex-player interview again, doing a live Q&A in My Hammers 11. I don't know if we'll get him to do My Hammers 11 because he played twice for the club, but we'll see. We'll have a chat with him about it and see if he wants to do it or not. But yes, so all that stuff, and then we start getting ready for the Wolves game. So all the content that we bring you, the previews, the your chance to pick the 11, the stat attacks, all that stuff, you know. You've missed it for a week. Let's be honest, you've missed it for a week. So I'll be back indeed. Usual suspect, hope you are well, my friend. Good day. Nice to see you. As I said, today is anything goes. You know, anything goes. It is, have your say. We've had plenty of stuff to talk about in the last week with the likes of David Moyes, with the likes of Mark Noble becoming sporting director, or being announced to becoming sporting director at the turn of next year. We've had some transfer rumour news. We spoke about it, Hammers headlines yesterday, in terms of the Sevilla goalkeeper Bono. Looking at him, does that mean that maybe Fabianski's not getting his contract renewed in the summer? Or maybe does Moyes want to ditch Ariola already? I don't know. I think it's more the first than the last, to be honest. But loads of stuff. A few transfer rumours this week as well. Apparently we sent some scouts to the Ukraine-Scotland game to watch Shakhtar Donetsk Starlet winger. So we'll talk about that at Hammers headlines, as well as apparently a fight for David Fratese from Sassuolo with Spurs, and obviously the Betway stuff as well. £400,000 they were charged and fined with by the Gambling Commission for advertising on the West Ham website to children, in essence, because it was a colouring in thing. But it was branded by Betway. So there we go. A GP, a new member. Or maybe it's a new thing. Maybe it's a new membership because you keep changing your email, you keep forgetting. Welcome. And if you want to be like GP, there he is, a lovely member, then hit the join button down there. We'll be doing some, not next week after, we'll be doing another monthly draw. Actually, next week we might do a draw for some Untuck It shirts. Good friends at Untuck It always help us out with a few shirts, so we'll do that. And next week, actually, for the ex-player interview, we'll be having a special competition. The two best questions will receive a West Ham t-shirt. Our other sponsors, Umbro, provided us with some West Ham t-shirts, as well as they'll be providing us with some signed shirts for us to give away towards the end of the season as well. So we'll be giving them away as well. So we try and give back. We try and give back as much as we can. But welcome back, GP, on a second account. Listen to Simon Jordan talk sport regarding Nobes. Apparently he was digging out Nobles regarding his views. It's funny, there's been some, we were talking about yesterday. With Don, we was talking about it. Me and Anton, when we sort of broke with obviously as soon as it announced, we jumped on and had a quick chat about it. Yesterday, I was reading a really nice article with Rich Keys talking how fantastic that appointment is, and you see, I've seen reactions from the likes of Anton Ferdinand, Jimmy Walker, all like that West Ham fraternity, and they're all very positive about it. So it's just interesting, different horses for courses, really. Untuck It shirts, you say? Indeed, Anton. I must get you on. But we'll do that next week. As so, it's giveaway week next week. Untuck It shirts. We'll be giving you t-shirts for the best, for the two best questions for next week's X-Hammer. No clues. I don't think. To be honest, if you guessed it right. And I haven't told you who it is. I know I must have told a couple of people. If you guess it, I'll be so impressed. I may even get you a little present, a surprise, if you guessed it today. I'm not going to say who it is, but it's so random. Indeed. Zippy has been causing chaos on Forged recently. You need to watch Mount Rushmore recordings to the very end for an Easter egg. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Sharky's got an Untuck It shirt. It's a nice fit. It is. It is, particularly for the more rotunded gentlemen around us. It is. International breaks is... Oh, yeah, indeed. It is, my friend. Can you ask your dad to pick up the phone? All right, Lee? There we go. We're an answer service as well as a YouTube channel. It's not McAvenny, no. It's not Tommy Taylor. Great shout though, but no. Good afternoon. It's not Alan Taylor either. It's not Vic Watson. My best mate's called Tommy Taylor. My best mate. We've interviewed actually on the channel, old Tom Taylor. And what's funny about Tommy Taylor is when me and Tommy Taylor went to Orient for trials at Orient. Everyone had a trial at Orient when they were a kid. And then they asked his name, and he went Tommy Taylor. Tommy Taylor was the current manager of Orient, and they laughed him out the place. Bloody good player as well, Tom Taylor was. Tom was like real skillful, my mate, and I was like the more sort of David Batty, could put it about, could put a pass in, but could put it back. El Presidente, I was called at my five-a-side. Good afternoon, Rich. Hope you're well. It's not Alan Taylor. It's not Vic Watson. It'd be impressive, isn't he, Dead? I'm happy that Nobes is a role with West Ham. Works well with Moyes, and hopefully he'll help everyone together. Totally agree. Not Pikey, we've had Pikey on before. Love Jeff, lovely guy. Irish Tommy's in the chat, as I said, 10 o'clock tonight. Watch it. The Late Late Show with Irish Tommy, critically acclaimed show with Irish Tommy. Really good first debut show last week. So there we go. He's going to be talking about, amongst other things, Mr. Moyes. Give him time or chuck him out. That's right. Very, very blasé, but I think it's quite insightful, and you either on one side of the fence or the other, really. So make sure you check that out tonight, 10 o'clock UK time. Jordan's had a pop about his comments at the time of Dean Garner, very positive about his influence and the appointment. No, fair enough. But then it shows that he cares as well, I think. So I think it's great for West Ham fans, in that we've wanted someone at West Ham. Cotty came out and said how I think Cotty would have loved that job as well. TC, that's a job he would have loved. But it's the same, same thing, having a West Ham-y person around, sort of, but involved in basically things in all the pies. I put together a Venn diagram, like the team, the board, the players, recruitment, the academy, and Mobes is going to be right in the middle of all that. I want an Untuck It shirt from Russ. It's by far my most comfortable shirt. No, I'm not on commission. Good. Talking of shirts, if you're looking at getting, your West Ham shirts this season or some West Ham clobber, another one of our partners, Kit Bag, we work with them. There's a link there. There we go. There's a link there. Click that link. It takes you through to the West Ham part of Kitbag, and if you buy it through there, it helps the channel out. There we go. It's the same gear as from the West Ham website. There we go. What we got here? GP Sid Puddlefoot. No, it's not Sid Puddlefoot. Kenny Logan's. No, it's not Kenny Logan's. Random. Random peachy in my eyes, indeed. Can't stand Simon Jordan's. Sam Small. What do you mean, Mike Small? Russ, what position did you try out for? Left back in the changing rooms. Boom. I can't remember what. Yeah, I think it might have been sort of a CDM role. CDM. Sort of an earlier version of sort of Flynn Downs. Do you know what I mean? Could put it about a bit, but I could play a bit. Do you know what I mean? Could drop a shoulder. Indeed. And I had a turn of pace. Used to run for Essex as well. 100 metres. 100 metres I used to run for Essex. Yeah. And then when we got to the South England Championships, I came last in the final by about almost literally 100 metres. Everyone else was getting like 10.6, 10.7, and I was running like 11.2. Oh, those were the days. It's not Rene from Hello. Vicky Michelle used to she used to always go to our school fete. Bless her. Gareth Bale. No, it's not Gareth Bale. Simon Jordan, man of the people. And don't even get me started. Oh, that's honestly, Skips, that's all I wear. Manscaped boxer shorts is literally all I wear. Not literally all I wear, but like the only boxer shorts I wear. They're fantastic. TalkSport is the sports version of GB News, but you still turn in and listen to it, innit? Ian Wright, no, it's not Righty. What are we guessing? We weren't really guessing it. I was saying, we've got hopefully next week we've got another ex-Hammer on. We had Don Hutchinson on yesterday. Go back and check it out if you haven't seen it. It's a brilliant interview. I only said we will be 45 minutes. It was like an hour and a half. And to be honest, it could have been 4 hours, 5 hours. And so much so we're getting Don back on to have another go and get lots of questions that we couldn't ask at the time. Didn't have time. So we've got another one next week. And it's so random. I don't think anyone's going to guess it. That's the thing. Oh, Sam Small scored in our 9th. Oh, sorry, I do apologise. But it's not Sam Small. Because if he played 9, I think he'd probably be dead as well, to be honest. You were a hatchet man, just say it. I'd come on and get the first one in. Do you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, just get the first spin. Do you have any footage of you playing, Russ? Oh, I don't know. There was once where I was in goal and I got injured and we didn't have any subs. So I ended up playing up front, scoring a brace. And this was back in the day. Went to the corner flag, did the Roger Miller, and our head teacher was like, Budden, stop making an exhibition of yourself and get back to the halfway line. Yeah, very, very good. Damn that first buffet, Russ. I know, innit? Oh, no, still like this. Could you imagine? That's what my nickname at school, in particular in rugby, was the barrel. 100 metres, 11.2 with this weight, made for rugby. Indeed, totally is. Not Hayden Mullins. I'd like it to be Hayden Mullins. It's not. Give us a thumbs up. Not literally. Yeah, we don't want to. Right. Okay. This guy is random. It's like, okay. So this guy, I think he played twice for West Ham. So it's not Hayden Mullins. It's not Harewood. We've had all these. We haven't had Mullins on yet, but we've had Harewood. We've had some more on. Hopefully we're gonna get him back on. Actually, Bobby. It's not Potsy. I'd love it to be Potsy. It's not Hartson. We've had Hartson on. Is it Sam Bowen? It's not Sam Bowen. Hairless Wood, if Russ is wearing Manscaped boxers. It's not Dean Ashton. No, it's not Dean Ashton. It's not Abu. We're trying to get Samasi on, but he's currently in the Ivory Coast and it doesn't work very well in terms of stuff. It's not Patrice Evra. Russ, have you not got a West Ham Network Ouija board? Oh, don't go near that. Oh. Footage of Russ on a video, you watch it and the phone rings and you have 7 days to live. Oh, get in there, Russ, indeed. Not Terry McDougall. Would love it if it was my boyhood hero, Alan. We've had Alan on, Will. Go back and check it out. I'm going to put it in the chat. There's and you notice there's no music. I'm not playing any music today because what we up to? Because we put a poll out yesterday, and I think it was, what are we on? Currently is 65% of people don't want music on during our videos. So therefore, 2/3. I'll go with the popular vote. There's no music playing now, so it's a little bit sort of just a little bit, and then we'll go, oh, it's a bit quiet. Exactly right. Where was let me put the thing on the chat. Where is it? We have over 111 ex-player interviews. You've got the likes of Alan Devonshire on there. You've got Bobby Zamora. You've got Marlon Harewood. You've got them all on there, and I'll put that in the chat so you can go and watch that. Well, Dev's in there. Great, really insightful. And if you watch, what was it? Was it the Wrexham video? Was it? Yeah. Have you seen the Welcome to Wrexham? Wrexham play Maidenhead, and Devo's in the background with his flat cap on. Bless him. Marco Boogers, no, he's the only one who's turned me down. It's not Samasi Abu. No, it's not. It's not Sasarilic. It's not Richard Wright. It's not Alex Kroll. It's not Robert. We've had Rob on. Top man is Rob. We've had Clive on as well. Tevez he doesn't speak English, but there we go. We've had Etherington on as well. We'll try and get him back on for you. But check the playlist and you'll see the Etherington interview on there. Simon Jordan, man of the people, indeed. Tax Haven. If one person has changed his appearance, yeah, him and Eyal Berkovic. I think that. It's not Kieran Dyer. No, it's not MTV. Rob Jones. No. This has just got crazy. I wasn't expecting to do a Guess Who, but we are. We'll carry on. Gary Charles. No. Not Aaron Ike. No. It's not Ephraim. No. Who's the Argentinian left back? It's not Mauricio Chirico. Mauricio Chirico. He was the first Argentinian player to play for West Ham, wasn't he? Technically. Not Pogatetz. Not Hugo. It's not Razvan Rat. Simon Webster. No. I rate Pardew more than Moyes. Whoa! Hold your horses. Really? Fair play. Strange one. I liked Pardew, but yeah. He was, yeah. He was. I mean, I'm trying to get. I'll keep trying to get him on the channel. But he doesn't like doing those things really. But I mean, yeah, he was great for us. I mean, look, we got to the West Ham, got to the FA Cup final under him, didn't we? It's not Julian Faubert. We've had Julian on several times. We're getting Julian back on actually again soon. There we go. It's not Leon Scolani. It's not Brian. We had Brian on as well. We have them all on. They've all been on the West Ham network. Not Faguda. I'm trying to get him on. That pretty boy, not Darnie. But if you want to know about Darnie, go back and check out. We did a whole show about where is he now in terms of hammers in hot water. It was really good fun. What era we talk? I'm not even saying that. I wasn't even planning to do. I was just going to come on and you can come and talk about Mark Noble. Now it's become a bit crazy. So now we're just guessing players. It's not Marco Borriello. It's not even Antonio Torino as well. We signed both of them. Do you remember? Not Stephen Henderson. No. We've had Neil on. Top man is Neil. It's not Titi Kamar, not Paulo Futre. He's out of hospital now, which is great. Obviously, he had a real problem with his heart, didn't he? He had a heart operation a couple of weeks ago, but seems to be recovered from that, which is great. Let me just see. When was the era? Early 2000s was the year. That's all I'm going to give you. We have a way from a trophy. We were. If only Scaloni had played it out rather than played it back in. Not Danny. It's not Marek Stek. Some great names. It's not Vladimir Labant. Great name. One of the original Czech boys. Well, not really because Ludo, but and Kovic as well. Radislav Kovac, what a funny man. He did. Yeah, he had a really bad heart condition. Had to be rushed into hospital, and thankfully he's all right now. So by saying so, I'm going to put this back in. Copy. We do this. Not Ravel Morrison. Not Adam Noland. Good shout though. Good shout. Not Dean Martin. Fair play. Dean Martin. It's not Gavin Williams. That's a great shout. Gavin, I liked Gavin Williams. Yeovil, yeah, you're right, man. Yeovil. It's not. I think about Whitbread, Adrian Whitbread. We've had him on. We've had Whitbread on. Adrian's a lovely guy. It's not Scott. Scott's just come back from Malaysia. But we've had Scott a few times. We'll get Scott back on. He's a lovely guy. He enjoys it. Not Paul Ince. Could you imagine the unlikes if he got Incy? Jesus. Not Jimmy Bullard. It's not Joe Keith. Have you seen the video? Yeah, Kevin Keane and Ludo did a great little interview on the West Ham official website. Check it out. Good fun. Nice to see Ludo. Can speak English despite the fact he told me he couldn't speak English very well. It's Samantha Flocks. The clue is in the lack of music. Look, at the end of the day, 65% of the West Ham network community didn't want me to put music on during my shows. Therefore, it's not. It's not Van Howe. It's not Lee Hodges. We've had Leon. Lee is a lovely guy. Nicholas Alexanderson. No, he's only bloody got it. Adam, well played, son. Send us a message to the West Ham. Fair play to you, mate. Fair play. Send me an email. We'll get something over to you, man. Send me an email. I might get you a Just Eat voucher or something. Fair play to you. Fair play. Didn't think anyone was going to get that. Yeah, didn't think anyone was going to get that one at all. Brilliant. Yes, Yusuf. Hopefully we get you. If all's okay, Yusuf Sofian is coming on the show next week. Yeah. He's played twice at West Ham, but also he also is a football agent as well. So I'd be really interested to talk to him about that as well. What's it like during transfer windows and stuff like that? Boom indeed. What we got here, it wasn't Hayden Fox. No. You can talk to my wife for 48 hours. Russ, interested or not interested? Big Don H sounds like it was a walk in the park compared to her. Bless her. Okay. I did get the sarcasm. The lack of music, because Sam Fox wasn't particularly good. We have to beat Italy tonight. Should have beat them in the final. We should have done. Wow, sold him on Championship Manager many times, Yusuf Sofian. Signing him from Auxerre, I believe, on a free transfer before going to Coventry City. 4 years later. We signed him in '02 from Auxerre and sold him, or no, I think one of the three, to Coventry City 4 years later, having made just 2 appearances for West Ham, once in the league, once in the League Cup. So yeah, be interesting to talk to him. Only scored 10 games in his 10 goals. Wow. Adam should win a car. Nope. Hey, Adam's real initials are, yeah, exactly. Adam is actually Yusuf Sofian. Sam Fox had her knockers when it came to me. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, we did. In a race, then Bonzo decided to retire. And we speak about Ludo quite a lot yesterday. Deadly Don, he put him in goal. Well, very complimentary about Mr. McCloskey, as you could imagine. Makes us all look like divs. Well done, Adam. Indeed. So as I said, yeah. So we've got plenty coming up this weekend. I said we got Irish Tommy's coming on his show tonight, 10:00 UK time, talking about Moyes and what else? Loads of other stuff. We've got Harry. I think Harry's going to come and do a little show about how he would fix West Ham. How he'll fix West Ham. Also, we did a little show, put a little pre-record together about boomerang players in homage to Don Hutchinson and to Mark Noble. Put together an 11 players who signed for West Ham twice. And there's no doubt I've missed players from earlier eras. So if I did, whack them in the comments. That's tomorrow morning. There's no tweet all about it. There's no Holly's show this weekend. She is, if you watch on Twitter, she's sunning herself in Ibiza. I'm not jealous at all. Totally jealous. She's in Ibiza at the moment. It's pissing down in Hornchurch. But yeah, so that's what's there'll be nothing from Holly, but there'll be a bumper edition next week, I believe, just as we're getting ready for the Wolves game, and we'll have all the previews, we'll have everything in there, we'll have the stat attacks from Matt, we'll have Harry's preview, we have Anton's preview show, your 11s, our 11s, all that stuff before we get up to match day morning with me outside the ground. And then we'll have what's his face, we'll have Anton doing the watch along, and then I'll jump along to the old sports club afterwards. Could be he knows a lot about the guy and he's trolling us. There we go. I'm the div of all divs. Afternoon, Audi. Hope you're well, my friend. Nice to see you, mate. Nice to see you. We'll just go back and get 2 or 3. Could you imagine? It'll be great. I mean, I hate international, like friendly internationals. But for me, for him to get a couple of goals, could you imagine if he bags a couple? Get him ready for Wolves. Because also, I mean, we went through it yesterday in terms of all the games and who's playing who. Obviously, after playing Italy, we then played Germany. Obviously, and we spoke yesterday about there was a COVID outbreak, and Manuel Neuer and Leon Goretzka, they've both been struck down with COVID and not isolating at the moment, resting in the German camp. So then after playing Italy, we then play Germany on Tuesday, I want to say. Italy will be playing Hungary as well, so let's go back and get some more minutes maybe there. Antonio's playing Argentina in New Jersey on Tuesday. We've got Paqueta's playing, but in France, the Brazilian national side have moved their camp to France because so many Brazilian players play in Europe now, so it makes sense to do it here rather than then jump on a plane over there, which is nice, isn't it? Ivory Coast are doing the same with Cornet, and obviously like the under 19s, like Northern Ireland under 19s, they played the other day. What's name scored 2. Patrick Kelly scored 2 goals in a 2-2 draw. There's loads. They're playing all the other bloody time. Johnson has not signed. Does he have other suitors? Who knows? We speak about that yesterday with Don Hutchinson in terms of that. And he says, and it was really interesting what he was saying. He says, I think people see things and, don't know what's going on behind in the background or in the personal life and stuff like that. don't know. I mean, he's 20. Was he 21? Just got into the under 21s. 63 appearances, I think, for the first team. It's the same as people like Souček and stuff. There seems to be a lot of, by all accounts that we were saying yesterday, the news is that they're going to go back in over Christmas. Thing is, he's down to he's got a 2-year extension, which was a 3-year extension last year, so we brought it back in. So, who knows, mate? Who knows? The email address is westhamnetwork@gmail.com. You could probably guess it. But send us one and we'll get you something over, man. What we got? What about Matty? I miss his average rate, his savage ratings of players. Yeah, maybe we'll get Matty's. Maybe what we'll do is, maybe when I do the rating show on a Monday, we'll get Matt to just do a video of his and just bosh. There we go. Cheers, mate. Fantastic. Get the likes up. Just to know my Just Eat vouchers to West Ham. It's very kind of you. Very, very kind of you. There we go. That's lovely. We'll what I'll do is I'll give it straight to. I'll send it to. I'll put the £5 in for John. So it's very kind of you, mate. Very, very kind of you. Adam will sort that out. I certainly will do. Next weekend they're back. Matty, I love Matty. You've had Matty on the channel several times. Check it out. Peter, what makes you want to support? Where's Peter say he wants to support? I don't know where he's. Do you have a team? Well done, Adam. It's a prison one. Fair enough. Johnson won't sign as he's been played in several positions. But he needs to. But Peter, he needs. We said about this to Johnson before. He's not going to get in the England squad playing right back as a specialist right back. He ain't. There's too many players above him. He's got something like 8 players ahead of him currently playing right back. He's got about 3 in front of him for the under 21s. So for Johnson, right back is not his deal. If he wants to improve his chances of England, he needs to go left back. He really does. Or start playing centre back. He isn't going to make, you've got, straight away, you've got Laperty, you've got Livramento, you've got Dave Spence, and that's before you've even looked, and then that's Ben Johnson, then that's before you even looked in the first team, England full internationals with Reece James and Trent Alexander-Arnold and the likes of Carl Walker as well. There's so many there. If Skamaka scores a brace, would it be good to see him mugging off Maguire? Guaranteed Moyes won't start him. Russ, who instigated the mark position and why? Is Moyes feeling a pinch of pressure from spies, perhaps? I don't think so. I think it's all. I think from the moment that he said he was retiring, there was a desire to get him into the right position, and he said he didn't want to be a club ambassador, a match day ambassador. That's not what his role was. He wanted a role where he could make a difference. And I don't think it was ever going to be coaching. I just don't think. I think for me, it was more a strategic thing. So for me, I thought it was either going to be something to do with the academy, which they're pretty much sorted now, the likes of Kenny Brown and pretty much all the other. So it's either you've got to go above that. So I always thought he'd be the sporting director of West Ham. I thought personally it'd be about, I think it's around a year, 18 months down the line. I thought we'd do it, but by the sounds of it, they want him in now, and it may be because of the downturn in the team that this has come a little bit sooner rather than later. Well, no, it's come before maybe they anticipated doing it, but as I said, I think he's been doing it relatively unofficially already since he left. I mean, literally, you watch every time we sign, when we sign loads of the Northern Ireland lads, who's the picture? Mark Noble was the person he's shaking a hand. He don't work here no more. It's like Rodney in Only Fools and Horses, where he turns up at Dell's place where he just got married to Cassandra. It's the same thing. You don't live here no more, but he was still hanging around. Adam Newton, love Adam Newton. We've had him on the channel. Top man. We'll get him back on sometimes. England 3-6, Rice 3, Skamaka 3, Emerson 3, if he's Italian. He is. We could have 4 players on the pitch maybe for that game tonight. Take care all. Let's hope our players return injury-free. Indeed, Johnson is hammer through and through. He ain't going anywhere. England is world-class at right-backs. They are. That's why he needs to move on to another position. Jamaica will struggle to not lose by 4 against Argentina. I agree. What about CDM? England are lacking. Maybe. I think left back, though, we haven't got a lot of English left backs. When you have a situation of, someone like Trippier, who's technically a right back, playing left back, that's why I think there's the option for him. So Moyes is going to have to sort the Ben Johnson contract out because he won't sign before then. Do you know, that's a bloody good point. And as I said, this is a new position. And so, my understanding of what a sporting director is based on basically watching All or Nothing, the Arsenal edition. Go and watch it and see the impact. See where Edu is involved. He's their sporting director. He's involved everywhere. Contract negotiations, player recruitment, walking around the club. He's in the dressing room sometimes. He's at the academies. He's doing, he's literally everywhere. So that will show you where Mark will be involved in. Deadly. I mean, he knows his stuff. I mean, the guy that we spoke about yesterday from Shakhtar Donetsk is the guy we're going to talk about tonight, who Don says he's mustard. Apparently, we had scouts looking at him for the Ukraine Scotland game a few days ago. Don't think Johnson will cost as much as will cost too much as under 24 compensation tribute. Indeed. Everyone's talking to each other. What happened to Baptiste? All gone quiet. It has, very quiet. We should have gone for Trippier. Deadly at Chris at set pieces. Massive upgrade on Soufal. Yep. I'm still on the, not the fence, but I'm still adamant that that Kira has been bought as the right back, because that's the position he plays for in Germany, and played very successfully there. And the fact that he can cover at centre back was a bonus. I really, it might not be, but I really hope we see him right back at the weekend. I really do. I just think he offers something, genuine pace, composure in the ball, reads the game quite well. Sometimes gets a bit hot-headed, but I really think he'd be sensational right back. Is Soufal finished? The team's been bad. I just think he's just not playing well. England plays before England. Might be fun to watch as we play a very attacking style. There we go. If you fancy watching the game, watch Canada before the England game. Martin Noble going to be kept busy with these frustrated players' shoulder to cry on. Yep. And sort of playing that. I mean, it's the role he did with when he was club captain already. It's sort of an extension of that role, really, but just getting involved a little bit more strategically, which I think is great. Which I think is really, really good. What we got here? Morning down, just a 6 walking down. We're talking to each other, lovely. Howling under Northern Lights, very good. Anyway, as I said, make sure you check out Tommy tonight. After the England game, we can talk about the England game as well tomorrow as well. 10 o'clock UK time. Tommy doing the late show. We'll have Harry doing a show this week, I think, as well. We've got the Boomerang show coming up, which will be quite interesting. And we're back on Monday we've got Hammer's Headlines, 5 o'clock tonight. Talking about a couple of transfer rumours, talking about Betway as well, and all that good stuff. If you're new around there, as I said, give it a like, give it a comment, give it a share, give it a subscribe, all that good stuff. Become a channel member, like GP. GP does it on multiple email addresses, and he gets entered into all the lovely draws. I've got stuff to send. I need to do that. I'll try to do it this weekend. I'm not going to do much of a birthday, I'll be honest, because Jo obviously came out of hospital on Monday, so she's resting up for the next couple of weeks. So yeah, it'll be a quiet birthday, but as long as Jo's back, and thank you so much to everyone. I've had some lovely messages from people from the West Ham community. Yeah, Jo's very well. Well, she's not well. She was in hospital, but she came out. Treated on Saturday, came out on the Monday, and is recovering well at home, and so yeah, looking after her. But yes, sore, tired, can't really do much, but she's here, so that's good. And anyway, as I was saying, we'd like to thank all our channel members at each of everyone on our shows. So take care, everyone. Stay safe, stay warm, stay positive, stay dry. It's really moist and just not nice in Hornchurch at the moment, the weather. And I'll see you guys on Monday. Don't forget Tommy tonight. Cheers. Bye-bye.
like a family tree. Part of you